we have a little bit of a national anthem controversy in Shreveport this weekend.
Do we?
At the Mudbugs hockey game. The Mudbugs during March every season, they do for all the home games, and it's a great pun, and it's a great promotion. It's a great idea. It's called not March Madness, but Marching Madness.
I like that.
And they have marching bands from different high schools come in and perform not only the national anthem, but at the intermissions, at stoppages in play, etc. And on Saturday night, the Huntington High School marching band were the Mudbug special guests. And that's where the controversy begins. Mm-hmm. Specifically, their version of the national anthem.
Yeah.
Now, before I sort of describe their anthem or what the band did during the anthem, there were a lot of Mudbugs fans who, I'm not going to say, took it the wrong way because they heard what they heard, and I have an explanation.
Okay.
Do you have some of the social media posts in front of you regarding, and this is admittedly, like Roy Lang said, man, Huntington High marching band's bringing it. There were a whole bunch of folks who thought they killed it, who knocked it out of the park.
Love that band.
They were loud, they were enthusiastic, and they played really well.
Yep.
But there were people who were very critical of their version of the national anthem.
That was Fergie bad. I don't know what that rendition was, but they should rename it the national anthem to Star America Beautiful Panger.
Wow.
They're just loud, but not very proud. I mean, there was just a bunch of bad ragging on them comments.
Okay, so here's the deal. Point number one. There were, if the band, and it was a rather large band.
Sure.
Hence the loudness. Mm-hmm. What would you say, maybe 15 rows of band members?
Yeah, thereabouts.
During the national anthem, the front 4 or 5 rows of band members did not stand. And that kind of freaked me out.
I have a problem with that.
They did not stand.
Why?
I don't know. We haven't spoken.
Was it because they had their instruments or something?
I don't know. We have not spoken to anybody from the school, didn't speak to the band director, didn't ask, what's the reason that 1/3 of your band did not stand for the national anthem? Now, that being said, and I did indeed find that troubling, as did a lot of other folks.
Sure.
But I want you guys who were there and who are being critical of their version of the national anthem, I want you to consider this, that their version of the national anthem, Huntington High School Marching Band's version of the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, it started off, their version, as a ballad. They kicked into an up-tempo, almost a parade-like march, back to ballad, and then the last part, this big crescendo. Now, here's where I think most people are getting this, and I will speak bluntly, getting it wrong.
All right.
I think the problem they had, the Huntington High Marching Band, I think the problem they have is with the acoustics of the building, i.e. George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum.
Sure.
They sit from where I am down on the ice, because I'm the PA announcer, and Matt, our producer, is the sound director for Mudbugs games. And I think their version of the anthem fell victim to, bluntly put, the poor acoustics of the building.
Okay.
In the sense that the part of the band playing harmonies and the part of the band playing percussion drowned out the part of the band playing the melody, meaning dum, 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 dum. Okay, think of it this way. Think of it as your stereo at home, if people still have those.
Sure.
And you have 2 channels. And your melody channel that you would normally put at 80%, and your harmony and percussion that would normally be at, say, 40%.
Okay.
That's what you would do to make it right. Juxtapose those.
It would drown out the melody.
Where the harmony section of the band and the percussion section of the band totally drowned out the part of the band that was playing the melody. If the acoustics, if the mix, and there is no mix, they're just playing, if that had been right, I think the people there who are critical
would have loved it,
would have heard an entirely different and the way the band intended version of our national anthem.
Well, back when Eddie Van Halen was married to Valerie Bertinelli, Van Halen would open their tours here all the time. And the old saying went that the reason they did that is if Van Halen could sound good in the Hirsch, they could sound good anywhere.